Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to tie Wet Soldier Palmer, which is one of the bronze awards from the Fly Dressers Guild. It calls for a size 12 to 14 standard wet fly hook. So in the vise I'm going to use a fulling mill competition heavyweight barbless. Again, it doesn't really matter what hook you use, as long as you know it is a standard wet fly hook, and you use 3 of the same because it calls for 3 Wet Soldier Palmers, all tied as closely as possible to match each other. So a Uni-Thread red in 8/0, starting at the eye. In nice close touching turns, give yourself a nice even underbody. As you work down towards the bend of the hook, just take off the tail. And there we've got some nice red wool. This is a three ply wool, which is probably too thick. So I'm just going to take one of the strands out of that to give 2. Fold it over into a bend, like so. Just leave it hang. Give yourself enough. I think it talks about 1/3 of the shank length for the tail. So just tie that in on the top of the hook. Work towards the barb, or where the barb would be on the hook. That's it. And then start nice close touching turns. I'm going to wind that wool over the top of the hook and close touching turns to keep it nice and neat on that underbody. As you can see, it does want to roll around the hook. Just sort of bring it back as you work along. When you get towards what would be the abdomen area, trim that back. And if you do it at an angled cut, it should lay nice and neatly as you wind back towards the eye. That's it. Now we're going to tie in a gold wire for the rib. Again, keep it about the length of the body, and that way it'll be nice and uniform and neat as you wind in the wire rib. Nice close touching turns. Pull it all in, nice and tight. There we have it. So the body is made up of red seal's fur. Getting hold of red seal's fur is becoming more difficult. But it's trying to get hold of good quality red seal's fur, because if it's too wiry and coarse, it just makes it really difficult to dub it. So if you can find some nice soft seal's fur, that's always a bonus, because we want it nice and soft. We want to try and get it in nice, close, neat turns. So get the first turn done and then start tightening it up. on the thread. As you know, seal's fur can be a bit tricky to dub. Just take your time, tighten in as you go. Don't put too much on, and you can always add. But if you put too much on, it'll be too thick a body. And a bit of a pain to bring it off. As we work up towards the abdomen, you can go a little bit thicker. But again, as tight as you can get that underbody, the better. When we're back into the abdomen area, we're going to palmer in the other hackle, which calls for, I believe it's a soft hen or soft cock, whatever you can get, as long as all three flies are the same. The body hackle, soft red gamecock or large hen hackle. So with the shiny side facing towards you, tie it in. Make sure it's securely tied in. Trim off the stalk. Again, if you take it just behind the eye, when we go forward, that should all tie in nicely in a uniform manner. So taking hold of your hackle pliers, start bringing the hackle, take it once around the front in one full turn, and then start palmering it back, and it's always one, count them, 2, 3, I think we're going to get a 4th there, 4. Get your wire rib and start taking that around 1. Keeping that wire rib tight so you don't let go of the palmer hackle. 2, 3, 4, and 5. It's important you count each one because like I say, each fly, you want it to try and keep it the same. Just get them hackle pliers out of the way now that we've tied that in. Start bringing that wire rib in. You can bend it forward if you want. Bring it towards the front. When you've got it as nice and neat as possible, you can worry that wire off. I think I've said before, the Fly Dressers Guild, I know people fly and tie on YouTube, and you might just do your fly tying from YouTube videos, but it is always good to have a look at the guild, your local guild, and see the branch and see what nights they meet. New members are always welcome and made to feel welcome, and then that way you can meet other like-minded people who love tying flies, share tips. All the materials are provided, so you don't even need to bring your own materials, and we all meet up at different times and go fishing together. It's a good little social. So for the head hackle, we want a red game hen hackle. Again, tie it in with the it facing you, the shiny side. Start working down towards the head. Just take that little bit of stem out. This is a bit too close to the eye. Then tie that in. So again, it's important to get the same amount of turns. So we're counting forward. 1, and as you go, brush them back. Brush them all back. To try and get that nice, and keep coming forward towards the eye. Right. Actually, this hackle I'm using is probably a bit not soft enough to give you that nice swept back look. But just for the purposes of how to tie this pattern, this is what we'll show. So when we need the eye, lock that off. As you lock it off, keep it tight, thread tight. Just pull that down out of the way. That'll release the fibres. Then pull it all back to form a neat head. As neatly as possible. Get the scissors. Can do a couple of things here. Remove that last bit of stalk. Got a couple of things there, just keep it out of the way of the thread. Take it at the back, cut out the palmer hackle. Finish off with a whip finish as neatly as possible. Just hold the hook and pull down on the thread, not so much that you snap the thread, but that'll help to lock it in. Just caught a couple of fibres there, we don't want to be doing that. I've actually done one whip finish, but I'll just do one other one for security. There we go. Cut off your thread as neatly as possible. Get head varnish. You can clear the eye if you need to. A little bit of varnish went into the eye there, I think. Just use a little bit of a hackle to key that eye. Then we're going to go back to the red wool tail, which will finish off the fly. And again, if you're doing this, sometimes it's handy just have a little ruler if you need it. Measure that bit, measure it right, and trim that off neatly. And then if you've got a little brush or something, you can brush that out. But the wool comes out nice enough with your fingers. There we have it. Bronze Award red wet soldier palmer. Could have done with a little bit of a softer hackle, but it'll still fish, and that'll still catch. But the main important thing is to do it all 3 flies with the same materials, the same cape, everything the same. And as long as they look identical. That'll be the way forward. Okay, thanks very much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed that one. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll try and do, I think I've got one more to do in the bronze award.